9 Central. We're back in a moment.
He's a real mean guy in there.
All right, well, we'll be watching to see what Jones does with his relatively unorthodox style tonight. You saw the great jab out of Quartey. Jones doesn't generally have to throw too many jabs, often because he's just overwhelming his opponents, Larry, with power shots. But we've waited and waited to find quality opposition for Roy Jones, somebody who could really give him a fight. We haven't seen it in a long, long time. Can Bryant Brannon do any better than the Eric Lucases of the world and Antoine Birds of the world have been doing against Roy Jones?
I think the trick, perhaps with all Roy Jones' opponents, but especially for this one, is to just have very low expectations, so that if we do get some kind of competition, we'll be pleasantly surprised. Because he has limited experience, Brannon has to be an underdog, a big underdog, and an overwhelming underdog. But because he's a Philadelphia-trained fighter, you know he's going to be tough. How tough? Well, 10 years ago, he got into a fight with a drug dealer, beat the drug dealer up, after the drug dealer pumped 5 bullets into him, one of which went through an eye and is now lodged in the back of his neck. Another one is floating around in his body as well. That's tough. He's going to have to be that tough to bring out the best in Roy Jones.
All right, let's take a look at the tail of the tape now for Roy Jones against the very interesting Bryant Brannon. Brannon has an Adonis-like body. You're going to be impressed with his imposing physicality when he gets in there. Jones is 3 years younger, 2.5 inches taller. They weighed in within range of the 168-pound super middleweight limit, and Jones has a 2-inch reach advantage against Brannon. And now, for the rules of the bout, back to ringside cult figure Harold Letterman.
The Roy Jones Bryant Brannon fight is scheduled for 12 rounds. There is no standing 8 count, but in this fight, there is no 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight, and you cannot be saved by the bell in any round, including the 12th and final round. Jim.
And we're told that the fighters have had difficulty making their way out of the tunnel from the dressing rooms because of the congestion in there. Quartey and Carr going in. Brannon and Jones trying to get out. Now here comes Bryant Brannon. 5 years in Rahway State Prison, starting at age 20. He got both religion and boxing while he was in there. It's got to be the #1 boxing prison in the United States, having also produced James Scott and Reuben Hurricane Carter. In fact, he was the boxing champion at Rahway, and that in itself is a worthy title.
Before Roy Jones did his little song and dance in the ring before the fights tonight, I went in and visited Brannon. He was resting on the floor with a pillow under his head. He didn't seem very put out by the whole circus.
So not necessarily ruffled in the way that Gil Clancy was by...
just happy to be here, and why not?
By our showcasing of Roy. And Brannon steps into the ring. He's from nearby Trenton, so he has a lot of local support here in the crowd. The record, 16 wins. He's unbeaten, 10 KOs. He won every round of his bout with Eric Lucas. Lucas is the guy you saw in the ring earlier this year with Jones on the day when Jones played a basketball game as well. Today, no basketball game for Roy Jones, just that meet the press appearance. I thought he did pretty well with that appearance. I'd like to see if President Clinton and former Senator Dole can do as well this coming Sunday night.
Well, maybe they ought to get into some debates like the one we're going to see right after they come into the ring. That would really get us going on the election.
I think even Clinton is a little old for that.
Some verbal fisticuffs on Sunday. We've got real fisticuffs here.
And Roy Jones's record, once again, is the same as Ike Quartey's was when Quartey stepped into the ring. Now Quartey is 33-0 with 28 knockouts. Jones is 32-0 with 28 KOs. And some interesting punch stat numbers, Larry, that seem to show the degree to which opponents have a difficult time getting off against Roy's unusual style.
His most recent opponents against Roy Jones have actually thrown roughly half as many punches as they normally do. obvious reasons. Jones is a good defensive fighter, and Jones' offense is so potent that their instinct for survival kicks in early in their fights.
And Bryan Brannon has been averaging 63 punches per round in his fights coming in. We'll track it as the fight goes on to see if his numbers drop, as has been the case for other Jones opponents. Now let's go up to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the pre-fight introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, Square Ring Incorporated, along with your undisputed, undefeated king of beers, Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Present 12 rounds of boxing for the IBF Super Middleweight Championship of the World. Co-promoted with Peltz Boxing Promotions and sanctioned by the New York State Athletic Commission, Chairman, Olympic gold medalist and former two-time heavyweight champion Floyd Patterson. Commissioners in attendance, Rose Trentman and Melville Southard. Deputy Commissioner in charge, Michael Pascal. First Executive, Tony Russo. Chief Physician at ringside, Dr. William Lathan. Attending physicians are Dr. Richard Estrico and Dr. Rufus Sadler. The timekeeper is Jim Borzell. Counting for the knockdown seconds is Wayne Kelly. This bout is also sanctioned by the International Boxing Federation President Robert W. Lee Sr. IBF supervisor at ringside is Darrell Peoples. The 3 judges scoring this bout on a 10-point must system will be Don Ackerman, Don Nodeker, and Joe A. Ware Sr. And when the bell rings, the referee in charge of the action, championship veteran Ron Lipton. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Mecca of boxing, Madison Square Garden here in New York City, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, in the blue corner, wearing blue and red and weighing 168 pounds. He comes to us tonight with a perfect record of 16 victories without a loss, and 10 of those are by knockout. Tonight, he comes to Madison Square Garden looking to shock the world. Ladies and gentlemen, from Trenton, New Jersey, here is the IBF #1 ranked super middleweight in the world, the undefeated challenger, Bryant "BB" Brannon. And his opponent across the ring in the red corner, wearing black and silver and weighing 147.5 pounds, a 1988 Olympic silver medalist who now as a professional has 32 victories without a loss, 28 by knockout, and he has captured 2 world title belts. Tonight, he plans to demonstrate to the world that pound for pound, he is the best. Ladies and gentlemen, from Pensacola, Florida, presenting the 2-time world champion and reigning undefeated super middleweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr.
Mark and Roy only. Okay, Muggsy, Bryant only. Okay. Gentlemen, you've been given the rules of the IBF. No matter what happens out here, respect each other, obey my commands. Let's keep it strictly professional. Good luck to you both.
We'll see if Roy Jones is more effective than those bullets that lodged in Bryant Brannon.
Faster than a speeding bullet.
Roy, you got to start in that corner. Bryant, you ready?
There's a look at Brannon.
All right. Roy,
Told
you
you
ready?
about the great physique.
Time!
You can see the muscles bulging as he races across the ring and launches a wild right to the body, and Roy Jones stands in a peekaboo as Bryant Brannon throws about 8 winged punches in a row.
Well, that's a new strategy. Nobody's tried that I've seen. Have you, Gil, against Roy Jones?
He threw 8 punches, but none of them landed.
I guess if you fear something sometimes, the best way is to get right as close as you can.
Yes, I did see this once before. Do you remember a guy by the name of McNeely that fought Mike Tyson?
Yep. Well, he's keeping Jones from getting off to a fast start.
Meanwhile, Roy threw one punch, but it landed.
Now he lands another little quick left hook in there. A counter. As Brannon continues to pound away with winged shots from the outside, trying to get to Jones's body.
Landed one with left hook to the chin of Roy Jones.
Trying to neutralize one of Roy Jones' best weapons, which is his quickness of foot.
Maybe try to take away some of the punching power by crowding him, too.
But he's catching some heavy shots inside from Roy Jones.
I think he might be getting under Roy's skin a little bit, though. I mean, Roy hasn't seen this too often and probably doesn't like it much.
He's been very calm, I think, though, Jim. Good left hook by Roy Jones.
Oh, he rocked Brannon with a solid left hook, and now he's got Brannon wobbled. Here we go. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And I think the punch that started that was a left to the body. That started that whole combination.
We mentioned that Jones was so calm weathering that storm, blocking punches, just looking to set the other guy up. And you mentioned, Larry, that despite the fact that Brannon was throwing punches, he was getting hit with some short, good, solid punches by Roy Jones.
Well, in some instances, it's not how many you land, but how much they hurt.
And there's that snapping left hook by Roy Jones again. And there it is again.
Wobbles Brannon again. Brannon having trouble for the moment, staying on his feet. Lipton watching closely. Jones blinding Brannon with his overwhelming hand speed.
He's getting hit with some solid punches, Brannon.
Will he make it through the round?
Well, he's holding up about as well as is possible under the circumstances.
Got hit two solid body punches by Roy Jones. He's wobbling right now, Brannon.
Looks like he might make it out of round one, but he's paid a heavy price for the privilege. And the not so terrific news is he gets to come back for round two against Roy Jones.
That was a pound-for-pound round.
Do you think that was the same as getting hit with the 5 bullets, Larry?
Well, those were bombs.
Oh, these were, that's right, I forgot that.
Hand grenades.
You gotta grab him when you're in trouble. Grab him. You're trying to, don't walk in without that jab. You're walking in without the jab.
Let's see the first punch that started the fusillade of punches. And there you see it.
Left hook to the body.
Left hook to the body. Just under the rib cage.
Good eyes, Larry.
Roy Jones often...
There was the one, that left hook right on the chin.
Roy Jones often performs like a virtuoso jazz artist with incredible riffs coming from all directions, always unexpected.
Well, again, there was the Roy Jones left hook. That he never sets it up with a jab. He just comes in with it, but he's so quick. I've never seen a guy that can land left hooks from the outside the way Roy Jones can.
He's Oscar Peterson with boxing gloves.
Now Brannon's going to make this. Look at how calm Jones is in there. Hands up, blocking punches. Look.
Well, Brannon's just pounding away at Jones's arms and gloves. I mean, at least it gives him the right to throw a lot of punches, which not too many people can do against Jones. But he's getting hit so much in return.
He's nailed Jones with a couple of right hands. But again, it doesn't seem to bother Roy at all.
Give Brannon credit for standing in. He's a hard man who's done hard time, and he's worked hard to get to this point.
He's a very appealing guy. Wonderful personal turnaround in his life. Kind of person you can root for. Jones in the first round, after that relatively slow start when pinned to the ropes by Brannon's rush, threw 102 punches.
Again, they're wide punches by Bryan Brannon, and Jones is picking them off with his arms.
Easy to see them coming. They lose their power over that extended arc.
Every punch is being blocked by Roy Jones. And he lets the guy throw his punches, and he's, okay, now it's my turn.
Left hook again.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Well, we said earlier he had a bullet lodged in his neck. Now he's got a bomb there.
The Trenton crowd can't believe what they're seeing. They were so psyched for the possibility of Bryant putting up a big fight against Roy Jones. And their man is just getting hammered in there now. Ron Lipton watching as Roy Jones tattoos Brannon. And then Jones says, look, you want more? Okay. A convincing case.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm with you.
You want to ask again who's the best fighter in the world?
No, I don't have to ask that. So he stepped away and looked at Lipton as though he didn't want to hurt Brannon and said, must I do this? And Lipton says, yes, you must. And Roy says, okay. And he starches the guy. How about that, Larry?
Well, I thought one of the qualifications for the best fighter pound for pound in the world is that a fighter has to be willing to fight anyone, anywhere, anytime. I question that about Roy Jones in his recent fights. But after a performance like this against a brave, tough guy, you know, we saw what we saw. There's nobody else who can do this.
What an incredible gift. You can't teach the stuff that Roy Jones does, Gil.
No, I've never seen like triple left hooks, 7 left hooks in a row, so quick and so accurate. I mean, it's unbelievable. And he just seems to have so much confidence in himself. Even when Brannon came out the way he came out, he didn't bother him a bit. Stayed calm, picked off the punches. He's okay, now I'm going to show you how to do it.
223.
And you can see the amount of attention that's being paid to Bryant Brannon as the New York State Athletic Commission doctors do everything possible to ensure that Brannon doesn't leave the ring damaged. Second round KO for Roy Jones. No count necessary after Jones, with one final flurry, flattened Bryant Brannon. Now here's the first knockdown that took place in the second round, Gil. And let's watch this. I thought it was a flurry of left hooks with a left hook as the decisive punch, but there might have been a right hand in there too. Left, left, left,
yeah.
Boom.
Left uppercut, double left hook, right on the button. How many fighters do you know that can do that? There's the left uppercut, left hook, left hook. I mean, absolutely unbelievable. There's a new combination that he just invented.
And each punch with power. None of them taps.
And they're short, to the mark.
Now here's the second knockdown. This is after Jones has looked at, now there he looks at Lipton. You see that?
Yeah.
What do you want me to do, ref? Oh, okay, fine. What the heck? Boom.
Here you can see Brannon doesn't have a leg under him. There's no reason why this fight had to go on. I mean, Jones could see it. I don't know why the referee couldn't see it. Beautiful left hook to end the fight. Short, to the mark.
I wish we could read lips and understand exactly what Roy said to Ron Lipton. I'm sure that Larry will ask him in the post-fight interview.
And there's a guy that was an undefeated fighter.
Good show, man.
Yeah, that's right. 16-0 with 10 knockouts coming in. Obliterated in 2 rounds by Roy Jones. And once again, let's point out before we go back into the ring, Jones designated all of tonight's live gate money minus expenses to go to charity. That's the kind of a guy he is. Right now, let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 2 minutes and 23 seconds of round number 2. The winner by knockout victory, his record now 33-0, 29 KOs, still the undefeated super middleweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr.
Now here comes an unusual punch stat profile of the fight. Roy Jones landed 102 out of 177 punches in less than 2 rounds.
58% connect percentage. Here's the astonishing thing. Didn't land a single jab, Gil. All 102 landed punches were power shots.
Well, that's God's gift. He can throw these punches so quick. You can always see the opponent the first time they get hit with that quick left hook. They say, my God, what happened? Where did it come from? He doesn't have to set them up, I guess, with the left jab.
I don't think we've seen too many fights that extended that many minutes in which the winning fighter did not connect with a single jab. It's rare. It may be unprecedented.
And to me, the most important punch in boxing is the left jab.
Well, not for this guy. Let's go to Larry Merchant.
Thank you, Jim. Congratulations, Roy. Strong fighter, came out, rushed you, swinging wild punches. What went through your mind at that moment?
Well, I knew he wanted to come out and see could he, either he can take me out or make it happen quick. Whatever was going to happen, he wanted to go ahead and see. First of all, I thank God for giving me the opportunity to come out and do all I do. Say what's up in Pensacola! And thank everybody for supporting me. Thank everybody for helping out with this court thing and the police association and all.
Were you surprised? How did you cope with it? Have you run into fighters that have tried that on you before to try to either to intimidate you or to get you out of your game?
Yeah, when I was amateur, that was the best way to try to fight me, was to try to blow me out of my game. But most of the guys quickly found out that that wasn't going to happen. I like this type of fight. He was in there and he was screaming like, come on, Roy, come on, Roy. I'm like, hey, this right down my alley.
All right, let's take a look at the knockdowns. You describe what started the knockdowns in the first round.
I heard him with a left hook, right? And after I heard him with the left hook, I knew I had him pretty much right there, I think. And I had him, and I could have speeded up on him and hurt him a little quicker, but I didn't really want to hurt him. I just wanted to kind of land enough to get him down, but the hard-headed joker wouldn't fall. So I just had to keep punching, you know, so then he fell.
Well, this was a charity night, and I guess your way of showing charity.
This is nice here, a double hook. Oh, that's nice.
Was to try to get rid of him as fast as
possible. It takes some of the old fighters to go back and be able to throw a combination like that, son. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that, dude. I mean, watch this double. It's uppercut and then a double left hook.
Well, you're complimenting the old fighters because not many of them could throw their hands as fast as you.
Look at this. The old fighters, they were good. They showed me a lot, and I try to take everything that they used to do and put it into my modern day stuff and make it even better.
You indicated coming here that you really wanted to put on a show, both I think for yourself, as well as boxing fans, as well as for New York in this fight. Why did you want to do that, and are you satisfied that you did?
I wanted to do it because I felt as though I owe it to the public to put on the show as much as possible and as often as I can. I thought New York would be the best place since the thing happened with Bogalata last time. Kind of clean up the scene and show that just because sometimes stuff gets blown out of proportion, that it doesn't happen that way all the time.
Hope to see you back in here soon, and not just for interviews, Roy.
Thank you very much.
All right, back to you, Jim.
All right, thanks very much, Larry. What a tremendous performance by Roy Jones. As we were walking up here, Gil, we walked past Russell Peltz, the very excellent promoter from Philadelphia, who's the promoter for Bryant Brannon. He looked at me, he said, too much speed. I'm thinking to myself, speed? That's not all there is there.
No, it's too much everything. Speed, power, the fact that he's so cool in the ring. He knows what he can do. He has so much confidence in himself. You can't take that away from him.
And the unorthodoxy of it all. How do you prepare a fighter for someone who does not throw jabs, doesn't need to, just steps in, befuddles you, whirls, fires power punches, and knocks you out?
Jim, earlier in his career, he was in with some pretty good fighters. And in the first round, sometime during the first round, he'd land that quick jab. And you could just see the surprised look come on the opponent's face, like, my God, where did that come from? And he just showed that again tonight. I've never seen anybody else ever that can do that. Again, the basics of boxing, you set up everything with a left jab, not Roy Jones.
All right, another great job tonight filling in for George Foreman. Gil, pleasure to have you with us. Took a little fall this week and hurt your back. I hope it gets better in a hurry.
Let's hope so, Jim.
All right. Larry Merchant, we talked about the difficulty that Roy Jones faces in finding quality opponents who are willing to fight him. The number of fighters who have now been offered 7-figure paydays to fight Jones and who have recently turned those offers down. This ain't going to make it any easier.
No, it isn't. And I think the reason is connected to what Gil was saying and what Angelo Dundee, the famous trainer, has said about Roy Jones, which is that he is the fighter of the future. And my interpretation of that is that he is a great athlete who can get away with doing things that are not in the textbooks about boxing. this is a kind of genius that, as Gil has said, is born into you, and somehow it was nurtured, developed through the years with his father, and he is taking it steps further. One story about Roy coming to New York. This has never been his favorite town. But the other day he was in a taxi cab and he drove by and saw on a wall a big painting of Michael Jordan. And he thought to himself, damn, Michael Jordan from Chicago, and here he is in New York with a 30-foot painting of himself. And he was telling this to a taxi cab driver and says, well, I've seen a bigger one of you downtown. And the cab driver drove him several miles down and showed him a 60-foot picture of himself painted on to a giant building. And Roy said, this is my town now. Things are going so good for me. It's scary, but I think it's scarier for everybody else in any division near the super middleweight division.
You suspect that 60-foot portrait of Roy has now grown to 70 or 80 feet in the past few minutes?
Naturally, he's flexing his muscles on that building as we speak.
All right, we don't know what happens yet in November. We're endeavoring to try to find an opponent for Roy Jones on November 22, but that date has not yet been made, and after what we saw tonight, who knows whether we'll be able to coax one of the other super middleweights, 168-pound fighters in the world, to take on the assignment of fighting Roy Jones. Well, we had one terrific 12-round battle and one overwhelming performance by an overwhelmingly great fighter. We'll be back to comment further on both of those ring stories. But first, let's turn our attention to some upcoming program right here on HBO.
Price is $40,000. You've got 20 minutes, give or take 10 seconds.
Killed him to be #1.
We did it. We're in.
Today I become #1.
Sylvester Stallone, Antonio Banderas, Assassins. Premieres Saturday, October 12th on HBO.
Step outside. I'll set you free.
Sing along with Adam Sandler. He's performing all his mega hits. It just might be the most fun you'll ever have at a rock concert. The HBO Comedy Hour. Adam Sandler, What the Hell Happened to Me? Premieres Saturday, October 12th on HBO.
And we also remind you to turn to HBO for the show The Pros Watch Inside the NFL, as hosts Len Dawson, Nick Bonaconte, Chris Collinsworth, and Jerry Glanville take a complete look back and the first look ahead at all the action throughout the NFL. It premieres Thursdays at 11 p.m. Eastern and Pacific time. Join us November 12th for the next installment of Real Sports with Bryant Gumbel. Featured in this edition, an inside look at the negotiations that resulted in Shaquille O'Neal's move to the Los Angeles Lakers. An undercover expose of the widespread bookie operations being run by students on this country's college campuses. And the Green Bay Packers, what sets this team apart from every other team in the NFL. Real Sports, the only show of its kind, and it's only on HBO. In the first of our World Championship boxing doubleheader this evening, Ike Quartey remained unbeaten and retained his welterweight championship with a 12-round majority decision over the valiant Oba Carr. The Motor City fighter who gave everything he had didn't have quite enough to ward off Quartey's great strength and explosiveness. And then Roy Jones, after designating the entire live gate minus expenses for 2 police charities, CORE, Congress of Racial Equality, and his old buddy Gerald McClellan, went out and destroyed Bryant Brannon, a quality opponent, in less than 2 rounds. Another knockout for Jones, the 29th of his unbeaten career. Coming up immediately following tonight's coverage of World Championship Boxing, stay tuned for HBO Comedy Half Hour, Adele Givens on the East Coast and The Net on the West Coast. So now for Gil Clancy, Harold Letterman, and Larry Merchant, I'm Jim Lampley saying so long from the theater at Madison Square Garden in New York City. The executive producer of HBO Sports is Ross Greenberg. Tonight's telecast of World Championship Boxing was produced by Rick Bernstein and directed by Mark Payton. The feature producer was Kendall Bridges-Reed. The associate producer, Adam Berger. Assistant to the producer, John Crystal. Production manager, John McCallie. And the technical supervisor was Bob Hunter.
This has been a presentation of HBO Sports, the network of champions.
Next on HBO. Logging on to the internet is easy. Logging off can be deadly. Sandra